Namaste to the white hats. Namaste to the black hats. Because when you see this video, I'm going to unhypnotize you. So my board says support President Trump, and then it says I will expose you. Secret society, I'm going to expose you. In time. In time. I'm going to blow it wide open. So this video is to expose my family, who are Freemasons, who molested me, tortured me, who used to knock me out at the age of 5. So I didn't write anything down. I'm just going to go off the top of my head. I don't know how far I'm going to get with that because I'm going to forget a lot. But I will check. I didn't cover this because this is another company I worked for. All my trucking companies fired me for no reason. Secret Society, they were ordered to fire me. So this was another one. I worked for this company for 6 years. Never missed a day. Came to work one day, they said, hey, you cracked the bumper of a brand new truck. And the crack that they were talking about was literally that big. Little round crack. And they fired me for that. 6 years. Can't sue them in Chicago. Everybody's too corrupted. Law enforcement, lawyers, judges, everybody's too corrupted. So you know what I did? I said, okay, deuces, I'm out of here. All my jobs, I got set up to get fired. So my family. So as far back as I can remember, I was molested and tortured. And why I'm talking about them is because it's not to say, oh, boo-hoo, poor Hector. No, it's to expose the secret society. They're Freemasons. Were they Freemasons when this started? No. But they got recruited. So as far back as I can remember, I was beaten with wires, wire hangers, those extension cords. She would draw blood, especially from me. I was her favorite target. She would draw blood from me, my mother. And she would break sticks on us. Yeah, I'm not kidding. Never no love. Not one moment in life do I remember my mother doing anything of love. She was a bully. She bullied us. She'd just tell us what to do, and wouldn't be like, hey, go clean your room. It'd be like, hey, you effing faggot. Hey, you maricón. Mira, mariquita, mariposa. You know, like that. Ugly, filthy diarrhea of the mouth. And then it wasn't like she would say, go clean your room. She would grab you by the hair like this and yank you. She would lift you off your feet and go like this. Yeah. So I'm going to try to do what I can, what I remember, okay? Even when my little brother died, I had a little brother who died. He was upstairs and the window was broken, so he died of a pneumonia. And my mother turned around and said, I wish he died. At least he lived a year and my little brother could have lived more. It's what came out of her mouth. If we were lucky, we'd eat once a day. There was 5 of us. We'd eat once a day. She was never at the house. She was always on the streets partying, come home smelling like whatever. And she'd leave my older sister. She's 5 years older than me, Wanda. She passed. I saw her on the other side. And Wanda would continue the abuse. Wanda would beat us, especially me. I was the target because my father, who was married at the time, would get busy with my mother. And she thought that by having kids, she was going to take him away from his wife. like he was such a prize. Well, she failed because she had my brother, who was my oldest brother, that didn't work. And then she had me, and that didn't work. And she told him to his face, if you leave us, he's going to pay for it. His words was like, I don't care. He left. And so after he left, the abuse and the torture intensified. So I was 5 years old, and the house was filthy. It was a pigsty, and so she told everybody to clean a certain room on Fullerton Avenue. And so she says, okay, Hector, me and you are going to clean this living room and dining room. I said, okay, Mom. I had no clue. So I'm cleaning, I'm cleaning, I'm cleaning, I'm cleaning, I'm cleaning. She didn't do anything. And I had a big giant pile of garbage. And so she says, pick up your half and leave my half. I said, okay. And then, pause. So she says, pick up your half and then leave me my half. It was a pigsty. The house I was living in was always a pigsty. She was never there. And so I picked up my half. And then I said, okay, Mom, I left you your half. And then she said, what'd you say to me? Like really trippy, really freaked out. 5 years old. I was 4 or 5 years old. And then she came across the living room into the dining room where I was. And she started swinging. She started swinging her hands like this. Like she was like, I was like this big giant guy. All of a sudden she smacked me across my face, lifted me off the ground, and sent me across the room into the wall. I was knocked out. She wasn't done. So when I finally got up, I had no clue what was going on. She did it again. She started swinging her left hand, smacked me again, lifted me off the ground again, sent me across the room again. And then everybody was freaking out, so we all just started picking up the garbage. And that was my life from when I was a kid. She gave me a 3rd-degree burn with an iron, and that was part of the torture. She called me into the room, sat me down where the iron was on the bed. Iron came down, burned the heck out of me. She wouldn't pull the iron off or move me. It just fried me. And then she did it again with my other side. If I look, I'm probably. It was there for years. I don't know if it's there now. The iron burn. That's how bad it was. Yeah. No love, hatred, raw hatred, for as long as I can remember. Raw hatred. She'd beat me in the face with wood. And I had no clue. I had a concussion. I had no clue. So my oldest sister, Wanda, Debbie and Joanne. Yeah, I'm naming names. I'm gonna blow this mother wide open. All in due time. She took over. When my mother wasn't there, she was never there. My mother was never in the house. Didn't care. Raggedy old apartment in Chicago. Winters were hell. Nothing was sealed. We froze. We had maybe 2 blankets on the bed that were very thin. We froze to death. She was never there. She was out partying, doing drugs. And when she was there, she was a monster. She was a beast. She beat the hell out of us, and I was her favorite. I'm trying to remember everything. I didn't write nothing down. If we were lucky, we'd eat once. And she'd make us regret it. She'd rip us apart, call us horrific names. No love. The only one who got love was Wanda. Wanda got love because she was the babysitter. And that's why she got the love. All the attention, all the love. Which I don't care, but she did. So when she wasn't there, Wanda would molest me, Joanne would molest me, Debbie would molest me. More Joanne and Wanda. Debbie wasn't really necessarily interested in that mess. And they'd beat the hell out of me. We were kids. I don't blame them. I don't hate them. We were kids. So they'd beat me till I was knocked out again. They tried to do what my mother was doing all the time. So they just kept beating me up until I was knocked out, and my mother would come home and say, "Oh, who's beating him?" And she would say, "Okay, don't do that," and walk away, and they would just continue. I used to wake up with Wanda and Joanne in my underwears, playing with my ding dong. They used to put me in lingerie, see-through lingerie. My mother see-through lingerie at the age of 5, see-through lingerie, so that they would look at my ding dong. Uh, so Wanda would beat us too with cords and wire hangers, especially me. I was the target because of my father. Yeah. And then for years, yeah, no love, raw hatred, just raw hatred with me, especially me. Um, so then things happen, things transpire, and I'm going to come out with those things too. I'm going to come out with everything. And I hated it, I really did. So about 15, 16, my mother, didn't change, nothing changed. She would still beat me. Uh, I would come home from work, working 3 shifts at the hot dog stand, Susie's hot dog stand. Uh, they used to abuse me over there too because they were Freemasons. So because they knew that my mother would slap me, punch me, choke me, do all kinds of things, they were doing it at the hot dog stand too. I was a kid, 15 years old, not even legal to work. They would slap me in the face, choke me, uh, attack my body. Like Gus's girlfriend, Laura, he was married to Kathy. Gus's girlfriend, Laura, used to come up to me and torture my body, pinch me, attack me. His girlfriend. They were the ones who stole a $200,000 lottery check. Yeah, they would brag about it. I was hypnotized. I was drugged up. I couldn't do anything. Even when they were slapping me, I was so hypnotized and so drugged up with their drugs. I used to wake up with needle marks in my body. In the hot dog stand, I stood there just taking the slaps. They would choke me like this. Uh, just it was torture. In the winter, I used to get soaked from head to toes, scrubbing under the fryers in the hot dog stand, and then walk home from Montrose and Elston to all the way to down Pulaski, all the way to Foster and Hamlin. I used to walk in the winter. No rides, nothing. So the hot dog stand, followed suit. Uh, everything. So then they joined, and then they set my sister up, my little sister up, and myself. I'm gonna come out with that too. Everything, everything. And the abuse continued. Uh, so my sisters joined in on the abuse more, only more strategic. Uh, so they would do things for like the Freemasons to attack me and set me up, things like that. Um, my sister, just to give you an example, a couple examples, she came home and she told my mother that she left her purse in the mall, but it was all a setup. It was all Freemason stuff. And then they called me. I was sleeping. I worked double shift, 3 shifts. Couldn't even. I was so exhausted I couldn't stand straight. I had to lean against the hot dog stands, and I would get attacked over there. Don't lean against the hot dog stand. Stand straight. 3 shifts, working 3 shifts, exhausted. So I'll come home, go to sleep, and they'd wake me up, yank me up. No, nothing. Hey, Hector, come here. I better get up. So I got up, and my mother says, Joanne left her purse in the mall. Go get it. I was like, give her the car. Give her the car key. She has a license. And they insisted I go. So I took her. I hammered down to hurry up and get her there so that nobody steals her purse. Went, got her purse, came back, chilling coming back. And then she came back home and then she said, Mom, Hector was driving fast and they both attacked me. I was like, what? What? It was an attack. It was a Freemason setup. And they would tell her to walk around in booty shorts and bend over in front of me. Joanne. Wanda did the same thing. Wanda was doing all kinds of horrific attacks on me too. All kinds. They were under orders to live in the Hamlin house for free. So they were doing it. Yeah, I'm going to tell the truth about it. Freemasons, all of them. And then just so many horrific monstrosities. Just monstrosities. So these are the type of things that they did. They recruited my family and they just started doing the Freemason things, secret society things. I'm exposing them. I'm exposing every last one. All of them. I have more. Pause. So I'm forgetting a lot, obviously, but I'm not going to remember. So everything was unopposed by Chicago police or anybody. At the age of 15, I was in porn stores, never got stopped, never got ID'd. I was working for the porn company at the age of 17, getting paychecks, never got ID'd. I was, man. Monstrosities. I want to tell you more, but is it my concussion? Is it them? I don't know. But I'm gonna come out with more. I got more. I got a lot more. That was my family. Yeah. They would verbally destroy me. Beat me up, still beat me up. Especially Wanda. She was real good with beating me up. No matter my age, she was really good. But being hypnotized and drugged up, I couldn't defend myself. I couldn't fight it. I think I'm running out of time here. So that's it for now, I guess. I'm going to keep fighting. I'm going to keep exposing the secret society in the dark. So I'm tired, man. I get tortured 24/7. No sleep. If I'm lucky, I get sleep. But they think I'm gonna stay quiet. They think they're gonna beat me up and torture me to the point where I'm gonna say, "Okay, I will join you. I will be your success story." I'm just gonna keep talking until it stops. But I think it's gonna stop. But I have no interest in joining that trash. You're cowards who try to murder the president, President Trump, in the most cowardly way possible. You cowardice. So I'm running out of time here. Peace, love, namaste. I'm forgetting a lot of stuff. I had a lot of stuff to say.